I believe we're recording. Let's just make sure. Okay, we're recording. So, I'm Nick Wolf. I will be your instructor for Intro to Business and Systems. This is an asynchronous class, which means you kind of operate at your own pace. However, I'm here for you if if you have questions about assignments. They're pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions about assignments or questions really about anything, I'm here to help you. So even though it's asynchronous, if you want to jump on a Zoom call, or I don't know if you're in the area, if you want to come down to main campus and meet with me, or Mission Valley and meet with me, happy to do that. Happy to do that. So I guess really quick, if you could just introduce yourself, just who you are, where you're from, and how'd you get in the program? So, or why did you pick the program? So, Jenna, why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm Jenna and Jenna LeDuc, and I'm from Ramona, California, but now I'm living in Vista. Uh,
Okay,
I'm just, I guess, I kind of got to that point in my life where I'm trying to finish and get my bachelor's completed so
sure,
I can, achieve more, obviously, in the
sure.
long run. So yep.
Okay, Gianna.
Hi, I'm Gianna. I'm originally from Las Vegas, but I live in San Diego now.
Okay.
Um, Sorry, what was the last question?
Oh, just what do why did you choose to come and do the program?
Okay. Yeah, I was just getting my core prerequisites done.
Okay.
So I have a few left to do of that, but I'm going for my business specifically marketing.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. Jennifer.
Hi, thank you. So yeah, I'm originally from Connecticut. I've been out here in San Diego though for about 7 years. So I am coming back to school after being out for 20 years. So just
Awesome. Good for
um,
you.
yeah, thank you.
Good for you. Okay. So yeah, my background, I've been with the university for 13 years. My background is in HR, recruiting, leadership, had a lot of senior level leadership roles. Um, I've been teaching in the program now for 9 years. I'm also not just because, particularly because you're local, I'm not just your professor for this. I'm also your dedicated career coach. So I'm the director of career services for the Permanian School of Business. So if there's anything I can do to help you with your, kind of those tactical things, the resume, the LinkedIn, make sure you definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. But any of the LinkedIn interviews, anything like, I'm totally happy to help you with that outside of the classwork. I've referred a lot of students to jobs. So if you're currently looking, maybe I can help you with that. Just know that that's another resource that I can provide to you. Okay. So let's just jump in. We're into week 2 already. Because it's a quad class, it's 8 weeks. It's pretty fast paced. However, I made it this year. I changed it up a little bit. There used to be a big team project associated with this. I got rid of that. So no more team projects. You don't have to worry about, because I know most of you are working adults. 2, you probably already know how to work in teams. And 3, it's hard to do when you're working online. So instead of doing a team project, it's now going to be just an individual research project. And so there's specific milestones you're going to want to hit with that. But you'll see here in week 2, can everybody see my screen? Perfect. So there's an overview here of what we're going to cover in this, right, with a video. And so there's a video in there that you can look at. It clearly outlines what you need to do, the resources that you have, and what you need to read. And each week is going to be exactly the same, for the most part. So week 1, we did that. Week 2, we will always have 2 quizzes during the week. They're over the chapters in the textbook, not the Chenard Patagonia book, but the textbook, the actual uh, uh, Kapoor business textbook. So, plus, if you don't want to use the textbook, I'm not gonna, you can buy it. Most of the information for the textbook for the quizzes is in the PowerPoints here. So you can just go right into the PowerPoint slides, look at all the slides. My lecture is not all the slides. I cover all the kind of the bigger picture stuff about each chapter, but the quizzes are going to be based on the chapter reading. Most of that information you can get from the slides, okay? And if you want to do something like upload those slides into a Turbo Learn, it'll actually print out some really good study notes if you want that instead. So feel free to use AI to study, okay? You get 2 attempts at the quiz. I take the highest grade, okay? Open book, open note. You do it on your own. I don't use honor lock or anything like that. So don't worry about that. The quizzes are there to make sure that you did the reading ideally, okay? Or studied the concepts. So that's what the quizzes look like. I guess I should probably go through the syllabus actually. So here's the syllabus. I'll let you look through all this stuff. But here are the assignment. They're the required texts. Pride Hughes Kapoor, Chenard, Excel, and that's about it. Here are the assignments. Weekly quizzes were 240 points. Class discussions, I'll show you those. Those are online, 175 points. You're going to create a LinkedIn profile and connect with me, and then I'll give you all your feedback for that through LinkedIn. You're going to do a final paper, which is worth 150 points, data analysis work, Excel work, and then paper milestones worth 90 points, worth 1,000 points. So those are your assignments. Let's go back to the modules. So here's an example of the class discussions. Okay, week 2 class discussions. I think there's usually 2. So one, you've got this Chenard video. You're going to watch the video, and then you're going to comment on that video. And here are the prompts. These go on Friday. You're going to say, what are your overall impressions of Chenard? If you know anything about Patagonia, Yvon Chenard's the founder and owner and CEO of Patagonia. He just sold the company to a nonprofit organization that cares for the earth. He gave up $1.5 billion to do this. He is amazing. He cares about his people. He cares about the earth. Those are really it, right? And so if you ever bought anything from Patagonia, quality is important. Price point's kind of up there, but I love his business philosophy. And so that's why I use him as an example. But here you do your initial post, right? Do on Wednesday, and then you're going to respond to one of your classmates. But watch the video. It's like 3 minutes long, and then you're going to respond to these. Do you believe all companies have the capacity to operate like Patagonia? Why or why not? And you're just going to respond to those, and that's it. That's basically every week you're going to do one of those. Make sense? Cool. Keep moving. So that's week 2. The other thing you will have is these research paper. Let me show you the research project final report, what that entails. So what you're going to do is you're going to write a 4-page APA format, 12-point font, double-spaced report on an industry. So you can pick any industry you want. Examples would be the real estate industry, the Department of Defense industry, the biotech industry, the garment, the clothing industry, retail industry, tech industry. You're going to pick one of those industries, and then you're going to do research on it. For the first one, you're going to tell me what's the industry like. Here's all the prompts, 5 prompts. What's the size of the industry in terms of total revenue? How many people are employed within the industry? Is this concentrated, dominated in a few companies, or fragmented? A lot of companies. So a fragmented one would be like the shoe industry, right? There's a lot of different shoe companies. So that's fragmented. A dominated one would be Amazon, right? Amazon or the online shopping. There's very few online shopping organizations. Amazon, Walmart, Temu, Shein, Alibaba, right? The big ones. And so that would be a dominated one, right? So that would be a concentrated, okay? What's the current forecasted growth of the industry? and then what's the industry's impact on the environment. For example, for the tech industry, the impact is we go through headphones, we go through phones, we go through computers, like, you know, whatever, like socks. And so we buy it, it's outdated, we throw it away. We buy it, it's outdated, we throw it away. And so there's a huge issue with IT pollution. And so that's what I might say with that. Okay. For the online shopping industry or the retail industry, shipping, receiving, gas, right? Carbon emissions, all that stuff. Fast industry, basically throwing clothes away because they're outdated, 2 months, whatever. And so that's what that should look like. The next one is you're going to pick a company. One company. Is it one company? I think it's one company. Pick one company, and I want you to tell me everything about that company, right? What's the size of the company? Actually, I think it's, let's make it one company. One company. Pick one company out of that industry. So if it's fashion, I'm going to pick Nike. Tell me everything about Nike, right? What's the size of their company? What are their revenues? Who are their leaders? Who's their target market, right? What's their target market? What's their approach to sustainability? And what's their profitability status? Are they profitable or not? Most of this information you can find either on their website or Yahoo Finance or Google it. And then finally, you're going to pick one job, one business-related job, HR, accounting, marketing, finance, supply chain, operations, something like that. You're going to find one job. You're going to tell me all about that job. Okay? So that's the paper. You need to upload that into this Canvas assignment right here at the end of the semester. Okay? Questions on that? No, perfect. You guys are on it. Okay. So this week, what's due this week is your first milestone. Tell me about the industry. So you're going to type this up into a one-page paper, do your research on the industry, pick your industry, do the research, and you're going to type it up and you're going to submit it in this Canvas assignment. Cool? So that's the first one. And each week for the first, I think, 4 weeks, there is so week 2, week 3, here's the overview, chapter 6 video lecture, here's the quiz. This week, there's going to be multiple lectures and multiple quizzes. Here's your class discussion. Again, you're going to read through all this stuff. Here's your post, and you have to answer these questions in the post. Okay? Watch these videos. Download this Chipotle case. Watch this Mackie. Watch this Apple one. And then you're going to comment on these posts. Okay? Questions? Perfect. And then we move down. So this is pretty much similar through the first 5 weeks. Okay? So this week 3 research is, now you're going to tell me about the company. So it is research. I'm going to edit this right now. Let me edit this. Sorry for you watching this recorded. I'm editing this to one company. One company. Okay? So just research one company. And then you're going to tell me all that information. What's the size of the company? You know, who are their leaders? Who's their target market? Stuff like that. Okay? Questions? Let's keep going. Well, that's week 3. It's going to be the same all the way through week 6. Okay? Within week 6, we start into data. And this is not going to be that hard. Okay? So what you're going to do is, this is all related to Tableau, data visualization. You're going to click on this. You're going to click here for Introduction to Data Literacy. You're going to sign in, create an account in Tableau. You're going to sign in. You don't have to buy anything. You have a student version. And then you're going to watch this video and take a little quiz. And that's it. And you've got, how many of those do you have? You have 6 of those. And each one is worth 20 points. What you're going to do, click on the link below, create an account, log into Tableau. After each course, take a screenshot of the completion page and upload it to that assignment. Okay? And that's worth 20 points. Make sense? Questions? No, you guys are moving along. Perfect. Now, our last thing that we're going to do is Excel. And so what you're going to do is you're going to get an email. That's in week 7 here. Week 7, it's 2 weeks of Excel. So week 7, the first thing you need to do is register for Custom Guide. Juju Max is going to send you an email with the link on how to register for Custom Guide. The first thing you're going to do is register for this. Now, that's way down the road. That's 7 weeks from now, okay? Or five weeks from now. So you're going to register for Custom Guide, and you're going to use Excel. You're going to first go in. There's all these modules that you're going to do. First thing you're going to do is module 1 through 4 in Custom Guide, okay? And then I'll be able to look in Custom Guide to see that you did the work, okay? So go into Custom Guide, do your work. You don't have to do anything with this. I'll see it. I'll give you the points, okay? And then the other thing you're going to do with Excel is you're going to watch this net take-home video. You're going to create a budget, a personal budget with a net take-home pay, an expense sheet, and a 5-year budget, okay? All the examples are in here. So here's the lecture video on how to do it. There's examples in here. Here's a sample. Here's some pay scale things. And you're just going to create an Excel spreadsheet with 3 different pages within it, okay? One page is your net take-home pay. The second page is your expenses. Then you're going to combine both of those, link them to your 5-year budget. And that's your Excel. You're going to do a LinkedIn. Okay, if you don't have one, create one and then connect with me. You're going to do that. And then you're going to do your final research project. And that's it. Every single week on Sunday mornings, I'm going to get up and I'm going to grade all your work. So your work will be in there. Every Sunday, I'm going to grade it. So make sure it's all done on Sunday so I can go in and grade it. And then every Friday, I'm going to remind you, or every Monday, I'm going to email you and or message you and go, hey, don't forget, here's what's due. Here's where you find it. Let me know if you need help. So I'll give you reminders every Monday. So your next reminder will be next Monday. But you have work due this week. It's all right there in week 2. Oops. In week 2. And then on Monday, I'll email you and say, hey, don't forget to do this. Hey, actually, I'm going to message you through Canvas. Okay? Questions? If you don't have a question, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I feel like everything makes sense. But could you explain to me just one more time about the LinkedIn thing?
Yeah. So Gianna, do you currently have a LinkedIn?
I do not know.
Do you know the purpose and the importance of LinkedIn?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, log into LinkedIn. First thing you do you use, Gianna, do you use Instagram?
I do, yes.
Same thing, except LinkedIn potentially could get you a job. So,
Okay.
in your field though, so could Instagram in marketing. But yeah, you're going to log into LinkedIn, create an account, just like, and there's step-by-step thing. And let me see if I have let me show you the LinkedIn assignment. Here's the LinkedIn assignment. Here's the profile checklist. So click on that. And it'll show you exactly what your LinkedIn profile should look like. And then here are the steps you need to do. So it's all pretty clear right there.
Okay.
But what you're going to do, Gianna, is you're going to connect with me, and then I'll look at your profile and I'll say, hey, you should do this. You should do this. Do this instead of this. And then that's that. And if you want, you can also send me your updated resume as well. And I can take a look at that to help you out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Other questions?
I think I'm good. At least for me. Thank you.
I love it. So I'm going to, again, every Sunday I'll go in and grade everything. And then every Monday, first thing in the morning, I'll message you, here's what's due this week. And then it's 8 weeks, so it goes by pretty quick. But there's nothing, I mean, it's not like, it's not bioengineering. So it's typically the first business class of all my freshmen tug. Yeah, Jenna.
Sorry, quick question. You mentioned you are a career coach in addition to this teacher. After that 8 weeks is over, do we still have the access to contact you if we need to?
8 weeks, a year. I'm going to probably retire in like 5 years. So
Okay.
you got me for like 5 years.
Okay, excellent. All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
I fully expect you to reach out to me and connect with me on doing career stuff.
Great. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing here. If there's no other questions, I'm going to end this. And then, and then good luck with everything. Again, if you do have questions, feel free to shoot me an email or you can text me. My phone number, my cell phone number is in the syllabus, or I'll give it to you right now, 949-294-1529.
Thanks.
Text me, email me, whatever.
Awesome. Thank
Cool.
you.
Well, you're welcome. Welcome to the class. Welcome to Point Loma. And if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.